All right. Um, our today's concept is the nature of software. Okay, what is the nature of software? So in that, here we are going to describe 2 points. What are those? The first one is a product. First one is a product, and second one is the vehicle for delivering the product. Okay, the software will play two roles in real world. That is a original nature of a software. So what is the first role? It will act as a product, which means each and every application of a computer, of a mobile are called a products, isn't it? Okay, one Zomato app is there, food order app, that is one product, software outcome. Okay, and also some MS Office is there, that is also one software product. And some web application, our college site is there. Okay, that is also a one software product. Why we call it as software product? That is designed by using a software. If we want to work with that, we are in need of some software features that must be installed in a computer, or otherwise if we want to use such features by using mobile. Okay, everything related to software, maximum applications are related to computer or mobile. By using computer we will work on it, or by using mobile we will work on it. Okay, so those are the major what major gadgets. Okay, major things. So those are products. Why? Because by using MS Office we are doing some works. Okay, by using Zomato app we are going to order food. By using PUBG game we are playing. Okay, we are doing some works on that. By using WhatsApp we are chatting or doing video calls. Different works are done by using a WhatsApp. WhatsApp is also a one of the application, one of the product of a software. Okay, it came from software itself. That's why we call it as a product. Coming to the second point, the software is a vehicle for delivering a product. Okay, it will act as a vehicle to work some products. If we have the system, okay, if we have the computer or system, so without operating system, will the system work properly? No, can't. Okay, first of all, after gathering the all the hardware components, okay, you should you should place some operating system into that. Then only we can start the computer. By based on that operating system only we are going to install some other applications. Without operating system we can't do anything. So operating system is a vehicle for doing anything. Okay, here operating system is a software. Based on that software only we are going to install many applications. For working something it should be like vehicle, or otherwise if you purchase a mobile directly, whenever we open this mobile phone directly we are switching on that one, and I mean adding some contacts list extra, and by installing some apps into that phone, everything we are doing. Okay, manually some apps we are installing some apps into our mobile. But before going to install your interested apps into your mobile, and I mean install some contacts into your mobile, okay, how it is opened? With some software. That software is called some operating systems, androids, etc, etc. Okay, so it is a vehicle for doing all of these things. Clear? Without that, we can't work with the mobile. And suppose if you want to work with a washing machine is also having some little kind of software. Okay, within it, then only we are switching on that, and we are on the buttons, and it will give some timers. We are using some timers. Even some ovens also having softwares. So by using that softwares only, we are going to heat our foods. Okay, so each and every electronic products, some few products also having some softwares. Okay, so these softwares are helpful to run the hardware systems. Without the softwares, we can't run any hardware system. Okay, especially some gadgets like washing machine, oven, or our what mobile and laptop system, anything. So one in one kind, the software is a complete product, and in another way, the software is a vehicle for delivering a product. These are the natures of a software. And coming to the definition of a software, already you have learned this definition from first year itself. Again, once we will see the definition of a software. What is a software? Where software is a set of instructions or programs. Okay, it is a set of instructions or programs used to execute the given functions, given tasks. Whatever the tasks we are having, so for that tasks, we should write the programs and execute it accordingly, and we'll get the results. Which means if you have a addition task, if you want to add some few elements, few values, and that few values also, okay, we can write the program for addition. Then we would execute that one. Later we will get the result. So it's a set of instructions or programs to perform a particular job. Clear? And it is a data structure. Data structure in the sense, whenever we need to manipulate some information, okay, whenever we have to manipulate some information, then it will enable the programs accordingly. Okay, which information, okay, wants to modify it by a user. So accordingly, it will work. It will process the data. It will allocate the programs to do this job, to do that job. So like that. Third one is document. Document. A software is a document to describe the operations and use of the program. So what is the job of a document? It is used to describe the operation. And why are we using that particular program? So it is used to describe the use of a program. For that purpose, we are going to use the software. Clear? So it is a set of instructions to do some works, and it has some data structures. Whenever we need to do some tasks, it will alert the programs which task we are going to do into a particular system. And it will tell or it will describes a program, what is the use of this program, that program, like that it will describes about this programs also. This is about a software. And the next concept is software architect, sorry, software characteristics. What it is? Software characteristics. What are the characteristics of software? Coming to the first point, look at the screen, all of you. Coming to the first point, software is a logical rather than the physical system element, which means, okay, it is used to develop like logical one, not a hardware element. It's a completely a system. Okay, it will what allocate the jobs to each and every hardware system. How to work, when to work, what is the roles accordingly. Okay, so it's a logical thing. We didn't touch this software physically, but if it is a hardware, we can touch physically. But it's a software. Okay, for example, our body is a one of the like example, our body is one software hardware element. Why? Because we are touching each and every part of the body, outside body. Clear? But inside we are having some instructions. We are giving some instructions to hands, to eyes, to mouth. Okay, do this one, don't do that one, talk, okay, watch and play. Okay, so who are giving these instructions to our body? Our mind. So like that. So do we touch the but instructions of mind? No, just we are feeling it, but we didn't touch that feelings. Okay, activities which are done by the mind. Like that, software is also a logical one. It's not a physical one. We can't touch the software, but we feel it while doing work on it. Just we feel it. Okay, it's not a physical element. We are touching the computer, but we can't touch the operating system, isn't it? So that is the one of the characteristic of a software. Coming to the second point, software is developed or engineered. It is not manufactured in the classical sense. So whenever we are going to talk about a software, so whether it is developed or not, we are using that one word only. We don't use manufacture word. Why? Because we are not constructing software, just we are developing the software. It's not related to a what it's not a related to a hardware thing or touchable thing. It's just a logical one. So developing. So brain developing practices. If we have in real world some brain developing practices to the children's, okay, those are touched ones? No, just those are the logical one. Okay, whenever we want to improve children's brain capacity or capability or something, then we are going to the developing steps mechanisms. Like that, here also software is a developed or engineered one. It's not a manufactured one. Clear? Next one. Software does not wear out, which means software don't get tiredness. It is now we are working by using we are working with our phone continuously. We will work for 24 hours, 32 hours, a number of hours without any rest. Okay, it won't damage, it won't say I am tired like that. Okay, we will use that one continuously. Okay, it won't say the statements of tired, exhausted like that. It's a logical thinking, right? And next one is, if we will take the hardware worn out hardware components can be replaced, which means hardware may damage or may tired because of continuous working. Now our phone is getting heated while using number of hours. If we want to use our phone, okay, more than 10 minutes or more than half an hour, okay, it will get heated. Okay, some continuously if you will use that one, unbearable heat will released by a phone, because the phone is a physical device, hardware. The parts on that phone, okay, maybe were damaged or some getting tired. Because of this nature, hardware components, whenever we need to, okay, whenever we want to good performance after few years, then also we should replace that hardware components. Coming to the software maintenance requires changing the design and or code. If you want to see the software, then if you want to maintain a software for number of years, then there is a need of changing of small designs or small codes itself. That's it. Okay, no need of much, okay, implementations, improvements in that particular softwares. Why? Because if you will see the gadget to gadget, the software become little bit increased, but old features are still existing. Contact list is old feature. Whenever the phone was developed, okay, at the time onwards we are using the contact list. From that day to till today, contact list is same. Okay, that is also generated by using some software. After with that old technology, every day we are adding some new technology to that, and we are using that. So that is called the maintenance of a software. Clear? And although last characteristic is the industry is moving towards component based construction, okay, most softwares continues to be custom builds, which means the all the softwares are developed based on a requirements of a customers, based on customer orders, okay, or users order. Now I have some phone with some features. I want more features, okay, on this product. So automatically I'll give the feedback on that particular, I mean my with my own views to that company. Okay, if he feels that okay this feedback is good, so accordingly we will develop a phone like that, owner of that phone will feel like that, automatically he take a decision and ordered such kind of phone, he developed such kind of phone, and he will release in market itself. Is it clear? So most software products, software applications, okay, were developed based on customers requirements. Without customer requirements, nobody is going to develop a project, isn't it? If they have a own what goal or enthusiasm, then they will develop small kind of projects, okay, not nothing more than that. If you want to develop a software, it's a time factor, time and the cost, everything is there. So that's why, so nobody was developed for their self purpose. Maximum they were developed for some company or some other purposes only. They are developing the softwares. So this is about the characteristics of softwares. And coming to the next slide, it is the applications of software. What is this? Applications of software or changing nature of a software. Why we have discussed the changing nature? In first slide, we have discussed about nature of a software. So in that nature of a software, we are discussed that software is okay apt for only two purposes. One is for product and one is for it is worked I mean it is worked as a delivering of a project vehicle for a delivering of a product. Like that we have discussed for only for two purposes. Here in these applications, the two purposes will be divided into the number of purposes, number of uses. That uses are called the applications. Actually, where we are using these softwares, that softwares usage. So those are called the applications. That's why here multiple number of uses we have discussed, but in there only overall 2 points we have discussed. That's why we call it these applications of software or is also called as changing nature of software. What it is? Changing nature of software. Clear? So in those applications, the first one is system software. First one is system software. The system software is developed for working on hardware parts. Already you have learned somewhere else. Okay, system software and application software. Okay, fundamentals of computers you have learned in first year. One subject is there now in first year. In that you have learned one is system software about system software and application software already. So what is a system software? The physical parts, the physical components of a computer, okay, must work, need to work. You should use a some software. That software is called a system software. Okay, so these softwares are developed for working on some hardwares. For example, operating system. Operating system, one of the system software, so which is used to run the hardware computer components of a computer or mobile. That is a system software here. And coming to the second one, application software. What is the second one here? Application software. So that's application software is also called as a transactional software, which means whenever we are going to do some transactions on online, then we are going to use the application software, which means now I'm going to book a ticket in online. So how you are going to book the ticket in online? First you are going to open the, okay, so RTC buses or some buses information. There you can choose your bus, and after selecting that bus seats, after selecting the seats for a number of passengers, later you are going for a payment transaction. So we'll do the payment by using some third party apps. At you, that is either debit card or credit card. So such kind of transactions, okay, transactional, online or real-time transactional works are developed by using a application software. Not only that, okay, if you want to pay some amount through Paytm or something, then that one also a application software. Okay, so we are making some payments by using some third party apps. Those are the application softwares. So those related to the transactions. Clear? Next one is engineering and scientific software. What it is? Engineering and scientific software. Some apps are developed for, okay, space. Nowadays we are sending some rockets from Sriharikota, right? So for such kind of what I mean gadgets or for apps, we are going to use engineering and scientific softwares. So these softwares are related to astronomy, to volcanology. So, and also called as space apps. Coming to the fourth one, embedded softwares. Excuse me. Embedded softwares. So, embedded software is one kind of software that is embedded or installed whenever the hardware is designed. Examples of these embedded softwares are microweapons, washing machines. Okay, so like that, some refrigerators, some ACs, like that. Whatever the softwares, okay, we are embedded with the electronic gadgets. Such kind of softwares are called the products, or softwares are called the embedded softwares. And coming to fifth application, what is the fifth application? We have product line software. So this product line software is used to develop a graphics, multimedia, some entertainments, such kind of applications. Okay, in such kind of applications, multimedia kind of applications, we are going to, okay, develop product line. Product line softwares are used to develop entertainment kind of applications. So whenever we have used some graphic related applications, then we will use this kind of softwares. Clear? Or entertainment or multimedia. Okay, wherever we need, we can use product line softwares. Next one is web applications. So web applications, in the sense there the softwares are used to create pages. Okay, so already you have the idea about website, each and our college website. So what is the front page of our college website? Okay, it's have some college name and address, some logo. After that, down of that one, some different menus are there. Home, about college, and suppose about departments, students, placements, admissions, like that. We are having different menus on that one. Okay, and also some important notifications information. That is one web page. So like that, if you develop multiple number of web pages, if you want to develop multiple number of pages, then you are going to use web applications software. Okay, it is a another kind. So in each and every page, you are going to develop each and every page by using HTML language, hypertext markup language. By using this language, we are going to develop a web pages of a application. Such kind of products are developed by using web application softwares. Clear? Next one is, last one is artificial intelligence software. So artificial intelligence softwares are used to develop complex problems. So whatever the complex problems in nature, in real world, to develop such kind of projects, now we are going to use the artificial intelligence software. What it is? Artificial intelligence software. For example, face recognition applications, voice recognition applications. These kinds of applications are developed by using a artificial intelligence software. It can recognize our face, voice, thumb impressions, everything. Okay. So this is about the applications of a software.